Hey Spurs fan! We're back with another exclusive video and the hottest updates for you. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button so you never miss any news about the San Antonio Spurs. Let's get to the news. What if I told you that the future of the San Antonio Spurs is brighter than ever, thanks to a 19-year-old rookie who's already redefining playmaking in the NBA? Dylan Harper has taken the court by storm this season, showcasing an impressive blend of maturity and skill that has fans buzzing. With his ability to score efficiently and create opportunities for his teammates while keeping turnovers at bay, could he be the playmaker the Spurs have been searching for? Join us as we dive into the remarkable performance of Dylan Harper and what it means for the Spurs' future. In a stunning display of talent and poise, San Antonio Spurs rookie Dylan Harper has quickly made a name for himself this season, leaving fans and analysts alike buzzing with excitement. At just 19 years old, Harper's game has shown an impressive level of control that is rare for a player at the beginning of their professional career. His ability to score efficiently, coupled with his knack for creating opportunities for teammates while minimizing turnovers, has already positioned him as the Spurs' most effective playmaker. This remarkable start has not only contributed to the franchise's best 5-0 opening but has also raised questions about the future of the team's roster as they navigate injury challenges. As the season unfolded, discussions surrounding Harper's performance naturally led to comparisons with other young talents, especially considering the Spurs' draft decisions. There were initial speculations about whether the Spurs would prioritize Harper or consider trading established guards like De'Aaron Fox or Stephon Castle. However, Harper's debut has silenced critics, with many now recognizing him as a front-runner for the Rookie of the Year award, a title previously thought to be dominated by number 1 overall pick Cooper Flagg. After all, who could have predicted that the second overall pick would not only challenge the narrative but also turn it upside down? His play has left GMs who overlooked him looking foolish, especially as he continues to defy expectations on the court. Historically, the Spurs have been a franchise that prides itself on developing talent, often turning overlooked prospects into stars. Harper's emergence is reminiscent of past players who, despite being doubted, ultimately carved their path in the league. With the weight of expectations resting heavily on his shoulders, Harper stepped into the role with a confidence that has not only energized the Spurs but has also set the stage for a potential shift in team dynamics once he returns from his recent calf injury. The question remains, how will the Spurs balance their roster once all players are healthy, especially with the growing confidence in Harper's capabilities? The immediate implications of Harper's success are profound for the Spurs. There is a palpable tension building around the decisions coach Mitch Johnson will have to make. As Harper continues to impress, the possibility of him starting alongside Fox, while Castle takes on a bench role, becomes increasingly appealing. This shift could not only enhance the team's overall performance but also elevate Harper's chances for the Rookie of the Year title, especially if he can maintain his current trajectory. Could the Spurs be on the verge of a transformative lineup that not only maximizes their talents but also makes rival GMs reconsider their initial assessments? As the season progresses, the answers to these questions will become clearer, and Harper's journey will undoubtedly be one to watch. As the San Antonio Spurs navigate the aftermath of Dylan Harper's impressive start, the implications for the team's future become increasingly intriguing. With Harper showcasing his playmaking abilities and scoring efficiency, the Spurs face a potential reshaping of their roster dynamics. Coach Mitch Johnson is now confronted with critical decisions that could redefine the team's identity. The prospect of a backcourt featuring Harper and De'Aaron Fox opens the door to a more fluid offensive scheme, one that could ultimately elevate the Spurs into playoff contention. As they look ahead, the balance between maximizing Harper's talents while integrating Fox back into the lineup will be pivotal. Reactions from around the league have undoubtedly shifted in light of Harper's emergence. General managers who previously overlooked him in favor of other prospects are now feeling the pressure as Harper continues to defy expectations. The NBA's competitive landscape is unforgiving, and with teams constantly evaluating their talent, Harper's rapid ascent could lead to a re-evaluation of scouting philosophies across the board. Analysts and former players are already vocalizing their surprise, suggesting that this new narrative could reshape the way teams approach the draft in future seasons. As Harper solidifies his role, the Spurs could become a model of success that others may seek to emulate. Looking ahead, several scenarios could unfold as the Spurs continue to integrate Harper into their system. If he returns from injury and maintains his current trajectory, his presence could spark significant changes in team strategy. The potential for a starting lineup featuring Fox, Harper, and Victor Wembanyama could create matchup nightmares for opposing teams, blending playmaking, scoring, and size in a way few teams can match. Such a configuration might not only enhance Harper's chances for the Rookie of the Year but also position the Spurs as legitimate playoff contenders. As we delve deeper into the implications of Harper's performance, it's clear that the Spurs are on the brink of something special, an evolution that could redefine their franchise for years to come. As the anticipation builds for the upcoming showdown, could Steve Kerr's recent remarks about the Spurs be the spark that ignites an even fiercer rivalry on the court? With tensions rising and emotions running high, how will this controversy shape the dynamics of the game and influence the players' performances? Stay tuned as we dive into the heated exchange and explore what it means for both teams as they prepare for battle. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Antonio Spurs. As the air thickened with anticipation before the highly anticipated matchup between the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs, Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Warriors, found himself under the spotlight for more than just his strategic acumen. In the days leading up to the game, Kerr made headlines with a series of candid remarks that stirred the waters of rivalry and competitive spirit. His comments, which were laced with a mix of humor and pointed critique, aimed at undermining the Spurs' reputation as a perennial powerhouse in the NBA, showcased his knack for psychological warfare as much as his tactical prowess. Kerr, known for his charismatic personality and sharp wit, took a moment during a press conference to reflect on the Spurs' recent performance. With a wry smile, he remarked that the Spurs seemed to have lost some of their once legendary edge, hinting at a decline that, in his view, had rendered them less formidable than in years past. His words carried weight, not only because of his status as a championship-winning coach but also due to the deep-rooted history between the two franchises. The rivalry, steeped in playoff battles and iconic matchups, provided the perfect backdrop for Kerr's comments, setting the stage for an electrifying showdown. As the media buzzed with reactions to his statements, Kerr continued to elaborate on his views, highlighting the adjustments he believed the Spurs had failed to make in a rapidly evolving league. He pointed out their struggles with adapting to the three-point heavy offense that had defined modern basketball, a style the Warriors had perfected under his guidance. This critique was not merely a jab, it reflected Kerr's understanding of the game's dynamics and his belief that adaptability is key to success in the NBA. The implications of his words were clear: the Warriors were ready to exploit any weaknesses they perceived in their opponents. Kerr's comments did not go unnoticed by the Spurs coaching staff or their players, who were quick to respond. The tension in the air became palpable as the Spurs vowed to use Kerr's remarks as fuel to ignite their performance. The psychological chess match between the two teams took center stage, with players on both sides keenly aware of the stakes. For the Spurs, who had built their legacy on resilience and grit, Kerr's remarks were a challenge to their pride, igniting a fire within them to prove their critics wrong. As game day approached, the media frenzy intensified, with analysts dissecting every word and contemplating the potential impact on the player's psyche. Kerr's strategy was twofold: to instill confidence in his own team while simultaneously planting seeds of doubt in the minds of the Spurs. This tactic, often employed by successful coaches, aimed to create an atmosphere of urgency and competitiveness, pushing both teams to their limits. In this high-stakes environment, the psychological factors could very well determine the outcome of the game. On the day of the game, the arena buzzed with excitement as fans from both sides filled the stands, eager to witness the clash of these two storied franchises. The atmosphere was electric, charged with the palpable tension that had been brewing in the days leading up to the tip-off. As the players took to the court for warm-ups, the spotlight remained on Kerr and the Warriors, who were viewed as the favorites but now faced the added pressure of living up to the expectations that had been set by their coach's remarks. The weight of the moment was heavy, but Kerr had prepared them well, emphasizing the importance of focus and execution. As the game unfolded, it became evident that Kerr's comments had indeed ignited a spark, not just within his players but also in the Spurs. The initial exchanges were intense, with both teams trading blows and showcasing their skills. The Warriors, fueled by Kerr's confident approach, played with an intensity that reflected their coach's belief in their abilities. However, the Spurs, emboldened by the challenge posed by Kerr's words, matched their energy. As the dust begins to settle from the recent controversy that has captured the attention of fans and pundits alike, it becomes increasingly clear that this incident has ignited a fierce rivalry ahead of the impending match. The stakes have never been higher, as the players find themselves not just battling for points but also for pride. The air is thick with tension, a palpable sense of anticipation that both teams will bring their A-game, fueled by the emotions stemming from the ongoing debate. This isn't merely a game anymore, it's a stage for redemption, a battleground where reputations will be forged or shattered. In the days leading up to the match, every press conference, every social media post, and every interview becomes a potential flashpoint. Players on both sides are acutely aware of the narrative being spun around them, and they can feel the weight of expectations pressing down on their shoulders. Fans are more than eager to weigh in, voicing their opinions and taking sides, further stoking the flames of rivalry. As the kickoff approaches, the atmosphere becomes electric, charged with the dual energies of excitement and tension. This game is no longer just another fixture on the calendar, it is transformed into a defining moment, a fight not just for victory but for the very soul of the sport. The controversy itself, initially perceived as a mere blip on the radar, has taken on a life of its own. Analysts dissect every angle, debating the legitimacy of the claims and the potential impact on the players' mental states. Coaches, too, find themselves navigating treacherous waters, attempting to keep their teams focused while also managing the whirlwind of external narratives. As the match draws closer, it becomes evident that this situation has provided both teams with not just an opportunity to rally their supporters but also a chance to galvanize their own players. The controversy has given them something to rally around, an external force they can channel into their performance. For the players, the implications of this controversy translate into heightened emotions on the pitch. Every tackle, every pass, every shot on goal becomes imbued with additional significance. The knowledge that they are playing not just for themselves but for their entire fan base adds an extra layer of pressure. The experience of this rivalry means that friendships forged on the training ground may be set aside, as the players dive into the fray with a fierce determination to outdo one another. This clash of wills, exacerbated by the brewing storm of controversy, promises to deliver a match filled with intensity and drama. Fans, too, are acutely aware of the stakes involved. The stands will be packed with supporters who have invested their emotions into this rivalry, ready to erupt at the slightest provocation. Chants and cheers will ring out, echoing the sentiments of their respective teams, and the tension will be palpable. This is more than just a game, it's a chance for fans to assert their loyalty, to stand up for their team in the face of adversity. The atmosphere in the stadium will be a blend of joy and anxiety, creating an exhilarating backdrop for the drama that is about to unfold. As the players take to the field, the pre-match rituals take on an added significance. The national anthems, the team huddles, and the warm-up routines all serve as a reminder of what is at stake. Each player knows that this is a moment that could define their careers, a chance to etch their names into the annals of the sport. The pressure mounts, and the adrenaline surges, creating an intoxicating mix that could either lead to brilliance or catastrophe. On this stage, under these circumstances, every decision made will be scrutinized, and every moment could shift the tide of the match. The referee's whistle signals the beginning of what promises to be an epic showdown, and the players burst onto the field with an intensity that reflects the stakes of the match. The early exchanges are frenetic, as both teams look to establish dominance. The controversy. The opinions of the club's supporters are as diverse as the colors on their jerseys, each voice contributing to the vibrant tapestry of fandom that defines the identity of the team. For many, the relationship with their club transcends mere allegiance, it becomes a profound aspect of their lives, interwoven with personal stories, shared experiences, and a sense of belonging. From the moment they first step into the stadium, the atmosphere envelopes them like a warm embrace, igniting a passion that can only be understood by those who have shared in the highs and lows of the beautiful game. This emotional connection fosters a community where every cheer, every groan, and every sigh resonates with a collective heartbeat. Fans frequently express their opinions through social media, creating a digital agora where discussions about tactics, player performances, and management decisions flourish. It is not uncommon to see heated debates erupt over a controversial referee decision or a late-game substitution that, in the eyes of the supporters, altered the course of the match. These discussions often reflect a deeper understanding of the game, as many fans immerse themselves in the strategies and nuances that define their team's style. For some, this analysis is merely a pastime, while for others, it serves as a means of engaging with the club on a more intellectual level, reinforcing their commitment and investment in its success. The frustrations of the supporters can often be palpable, particularly during challenging seasons where victories seem elusive. Disappointment can morph into a rallying cry, as fans band together, determined to lift the spirits of the team and each other. They become the lifeblood of the club, chanting in unison, creating an electric atmosphere that can propel their team forward. This sense of unity is palpable, transforming the stands into a cauldron of hope and belief, even in the face of adversity. For many, this solidarity is a testament to their enduring loyalty,